today I'm going to make stuffed bitter gourd. What you have to do is that the bitter gourd is really bitter, but you can remove some bitterness with the help of this method which I am going to show you now. What I have done is that I have already peeled the ridge edges. What you have to do is that take the spoon, the back part of the spoon, and try to scrape the ridges, because ridges has most amount of bitterness. So once you take out the scrape everywhere all around, then cut the ends. I have cut the ends and I put it here. What I have did is that I have made a slit in the middle, but make sure when you make a slit in the middle, it does not make it open from the other side. Just make a slit in the middle, then scrape the inside of it. I have scraped everything inside the bitter gourd. It is all empty. After scraping, wash it with the cold water. Then what you need to do is that you need to put some salt. The salt amount should be very good, so that you rub this salt inside and outside, and let it sit at least for 20 minutes. From there we will proceed for our next step, but till that you can prepare the rest of the things. What in the meantime I have prepared is that this is 1 teaspoon of ground fennel seeds, and I'm dry roasting the peanuts. Once it is done, I'm going to peel out the skin and I'm going to crush it, which I'm going to use in this stuffed okay guys, we are going to make the stuffing for the stuffed bitter gourd. So what I will do is that I will take 1 teaspoon of oil. First of all, I will put the onion for frying. Make sure the onion is golden brown. And a little bit soft. So I'm going to fry the onion till it is soft and golden brown. So this I am putting some garlic, minced garlic, like about 3 pods, not much. I'm going to fry it till the smell goes away. Now at this point I am going to put a little bit of estufeta, very little. I put some estufeta. I'm going to mix it well. While it is being done, I am going to put the fennel seeds powder. That's fennel seed powder. Then I am going to put 1 teaspoon of ground dry roasted cumin seeds powder. Going to add a little bit of red chili powder, and while it is being cooked, I am going to add a little bit of brown flour. About teaspoon. And will make sure it is get roasted well. Ground peanuts, and of course I have to add salt. Mix it well till the smell of the gram lentils comes up. You can feel the aroma, everything coming up. Mix it well. It about 2 or 3 minutes you can fry it, because the peanuts are already dry roasted. You can see the stuffing mix is ready. You can feel all the aroma coming up. What I am going to do, I am going to turn up the heat and let it cool down for a while. Once it cools down, I am going to stuff it with the bitter gourd, and then we will fry it deep. Stuffing is all cooled down. What I am going to do, I am going to stuff each of this bitter melon. Try to push to the end so that you can use your hand. Try to press it down so that it would be stuffed very good. So all our 4 bitter melon is all stuffed. The second procedure is that since we are going to shallow fry it, we have to make sure we have to secure it with a thread. So what I am using a normal cotton white thread. I am going to use the cotton thread to bind the spices of bitter ground coming out. So one is done. You do repeat the same thing with all the 4. Keep sure. Just try a knot at the end. So this goes the second one. Bitter gourd is ready for frying now. What I am going to do is that I am going to heat the oil and then I am going to fry it. The skillet is hot. I am going to pour some mustard oil. I preferably use the mustard oil because it has a good smell. It brings good aroma for the fried stuffed bitter gourd. I will let the oil heat a little bit, let it fume, then we are going to add these pieces. It is hot. I am going to add the first one, the second one, the third one, and the fourth one. So I will keep on frying them, make sure it is not burnt. So you have to flip flop the other side, so just make sure it comes red and it is cooked well. I'm cooking on the medium heat. And let it fry. Since been on the process, I have fried this thing. It is getting fried more. You can see this green part that has to be browned also. So let's put some more time. Flip it. Make sure it does not get burnt, but you have to flip it. I am going to put it on the plate. After that, before serving, make sure that you take out the thread which you have tied. So I will let it cool down a little bit and then I am going to take out the thread. Taken out the thread and this is what it looks like. It is, the spices are cooked well and everything is done. The bitter gourd is also cooked and it is ready to be served and eaten.